Okay, let's talk about Lost Ember. Now, I really enjoyed playing this game, and my initial impressions of this game was that it would be a semi-cartoony experience where you possess different animals to explore an open world. Now, I wasn't completely wrong, but it turned out to be a little more hyper-realistic than I expected. And the general premise of this game is that you are a reincarnated spirit in the body of a wolf. And this wolf is being guided by something called a Lost Ember. Now, this ember is another spirit, and it's searching for the City of Light, which is a sort of indigenous people, Native American idea for heaven. And the idea is that, to everyone's misconception, the Lost Ember thinks it's guiding the fox to the City of Light, but that is not the case. So throughout the game, you traverse this vast world where you embody animals such as hummingbirds, armadillos, elephants, bison, eagles, ducks, and sloths, fish of various kinds. And it's just a really cool, diverse cast of creatures, and they all have unique abilities that help you traverse between flying, gliding, climbing, digging, swimming, running. It's very involved. Now, I'm going to play for you the trailer to this game, as we always do, just to give you an idea of the gameplay and what that looks like. So, here we go. Now, as you can see from this video, there's a lot of vibrant colors in this game. And the game takes you along the journey, like I said, of a lost spirit trying to reach the City of Light with the help of a wolf. Now, it turns out at the end that the Lost Ember is not actually the guide. All right, this is giving me Lion King vibes right now. But it is very cool to be able to fly throughout the Sahara and then take the form of a bison and be running through the desert, and then all of a sudden turn back into a wolf and interact with different collectibles, different artifacts that you find along the way. It really emphasizes exploration. There are different things to do and find throughout the game, although it's not really a diverse cast of NPCs. Like, there's no one to talk to. The game is completely narrated by the Lost Ember talking to the wolf. The wolf never talks, but we soon find out that the two characters do have a very close-knit relationship, and that is shown through a series of flashback visions that you encounter and activate throughout the course of the game. So I hope you enjoy watching that video. I can't fully express how much I enjoyed playing this game. Now, the storyline, although it wasn't too relatable for me in the sense where it emphasized a lot on Native American culture, specifically South American culture, even though the landscape wasn't exactly that of South America. It kind of resembled some sort of African-esque world, but it's not specified as to where it's located, if it's based on a real place or if it's a fictional world. But I did really enjoy this game. And I gave the gameplay a rating of 4 out of 5. Now, it's a pretty high rating, and I think it deserves it because it was an incredible amount of fun playing as all these animals and exploring the different corners of this world. And it's just kind of like a very fun simulation. Not in a bad way, but just the game mechanics of each animal was very true to form, very accurate. So like when you play as a hummingbird, you fly with the same capabilities of a hummingbird. But when you play as an eagle, you're limited to the flight patterns of an eagle. But as opposed to a hummingbird, you can fly much further and higher with the eagle. And then you have the duck, which can only glide. So it's interesting. And the duck can also swim and float on the water, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I gave the storyline of this game a 4 out of 5 also. And the reason I did that was because I did very much enjoy the narrative. I thought it was a good dramatic plot line, and these characters were very well interwoven, seeing as both characters, the Lost Ember and the wolf, were reincarnated versions of people who lived before them. And they were exploring the history of their native people, trying to find answers as to why they hadn't been admitted to the City of Light. In the end, we find out that the Lost Ember, who was under the impression it was guiding the wolf to the City of Light, was actually being guided the entire time by the wolf. So the way that unfolds is very interesting. Sorry to spoil it for all you guys who wanted to play the game, but that was one of the things that stood out to me, and I really enjoyed that. So in conclusion, I'm giving this game a 8 out of 10. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Stay tuned for our next review.